Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so finally now we're going to be discussing Mystic class buff in upcoming Cavalier 1 difficulty quest, and we're going to be trying to figure out which are going to be the better options, the better counters, some crazier interactions, and possibly alternate options. Before I go any further, do guys remember that Mystic is the final class that I'm making a video of. That means I already have made videos for the first 5 classes. And before we actually start reading what the 2 new Mystic nodes do, I just wanted to point out that I kind of find it funny that reading through this, it kind of seemed that Kabam gave up halfway through, because you can see that Mystic One has only 2 nodes. Compare it to the Science with 4, Tech with 4, then we have Cosmic Skill and Mutant with 3 each, and then by then they were like, yeah, who cares? I don't know, but yeah, it definitely stood out for me that it was probably somebody who just wanted to get it over and done with. Either way, I actually kind of like these nodes here. So we have Arcane Zeal. Whenever a Mystic attacker fills a bar of power, they gain a passive prowess, increasing special attack damage by 80% for 15 seconds. Nullifying a buff from the defender converts all temporary prowess passives into an indefinite ones. Max stacks 5. Now the big question is whether max stacks 5 apply for passive prowess, combination of passive and active prowess, or both or neither. Well, basically, if you can have 5 passive prowess and still are able to gain active ones, is it just 5 active ones? Because 15 seconds is a long amount of time, and if you're abusing Mystic Dispersion, you're going to be able to get a fair chunk of them. So, depending on how they stack, this could potentially be the nuttiest node of them all. Especially if you're using Mystic Dispersion at 5 and champion like, I don't know, Voodoo or Man-Thing or something. There could definitely be some very, very crazy stuff involved. Right, let's carry on with the second node. Persistent Pressure. Defenders under the effect of Unstoppable become stun immune. This includes unstoppable effects triggered outside this node. Every 15 seconds, the defender gains an unstoppable buff for 5 seconds. The duration of this buff is reduced by half a second for each prowess buff or passive the attacker has. If you ultimately reach 10, then I'd assume this effect doesn't trigger at all or expires instantly. Right. So let's get something straight. Stun immune opponents and unstoppable are not fun in about 90% of the cases. However, champions that gain buffs via nodes when you are incentivized to use Mystic champions are extremely fun. Especially considering the fact that since you're going to be using Mystic champions, you're more than likely going to end up nullifying that unstoppable or staggering it. But also, just out of the pure fact that the only real thing for you to deal here with is the unstoppable, because if you prevent that from activating, then you don't have to worry about stun immunity either. In addition to most of the Mystic champions in the game, make this entire thing very viable for all of the slow champions, or champions that just deal with unstoppable, like Captain America Infinity War, or Strife now, I believe, and some others. But obviously, you will want to get to that nutty, passive, fury, and, well, prowess damage, basically. Right, so let's take a look, and honestly, I think this entire list is going to be fairly straightforward here. Any champion, any Mystic champion that can nullify buffs easily will be absolutely fantastic. So I assume Black Widow, Clairvoyant will be at most excellent. You might struggle maybe a bit initially, because if they are stun immune, you can't parry and then nullify the buffs, because her nullification works after she has landed a hit. But if you time your level 2s, you should have absolutely no problems. Then you have Diablo, which probably you're not going to be using anyways. Dr. Doom is gonna hit like a tank with those special attacks. Doctor Strange, obviously, if you have him duped and if you want to use him, you probably will be able to. Dr. Voodoo should be absolutely mental, because Dr. Voodoo, Mojo, and Man-Thing, well, actually Mojo might not work quite the same way, but at the very least, Dr. Voodoo and Man-Thing should be ridiculous for this one. Because you should be able to get to those promises, however many you will be allowed to have, incredibly fast. So definitely look forward to checking out what Man-Thing and Voodoo can do in the new Mystic Quest. And then you have, unfortunately, also a new subset of champions that can't really nullify things. But at the very least, Dragon Man has that slow. But yeah, overall, I don't think like Dragon Man is going to be the best option, for instance. And neither, obviously, Guillotine, Iron Fists, Juggernaut, still probably no. Loki, maybe. Longshot should be doing alright. I don't think he's going to be the best. I don't think Magic's going to be the best. I think Man-Thing's going to be insane. Mojo, I would have to see the interaction and assume that Morningstar should be able to do quite fine. Scarlet Witch obviously should be quite alright, even though might not possibly be the best. Sorcerer Supreme, Symbiote Supreme will be excellent options. Hood should be quite great option. Don't think Tigra is going to be quite the best there. So overall, if I would have to pick my top options, I would go with Voodoo, Man-Thing, Doom, Sorcerer Supreme, Symbiote Supreme as the best options there, and then possibly to follow them like Longshot, maybe Mojo with level 1 spam, Morningstar, possibly their mom with level 1 spam, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Sasquatch with the staggers and heavy attacks. But yeah, the first 5 that I definitely, well, the first 5 that I mentioned at first definitely kind of stand out. You should be able to get a lot of damage out of them very quickly. And yeah, keep in mind that since Unstoppable is the only thing that you really have to deal with there, that you can bring in slow champions, you can bring in champions who reduce opponents' ability accuracy, for instance Archangel. You can bring in Archangel and chances are they will not trigger that Unstoppable. So overall, I like the previous Mystic node. I think this is going to be quite similar. Not entirely sure which one is better, to be honest, but if this can stack passives plus active ones, we should be able to see some absolutely insane shenanigans take foot. Another note here, 100% without a doubt, this node is very, very reliant on you having the Mystic Champions plus Mystic Dispersion. I think Mystic Dispersion is going to be very important for this quest, for it to go quickly and easily. Because the whole point is you gain these promise buffs whenever you are filling the bars of power. And for most of the Mystic Champions, the easiest way how you can rapidly get from special 1 to 1 to 2 to 3, whatever, is via the Mystic Dispersion. So I definitely look forward to playing with this one. I'm quite interested to see how it works out and how many promise buffs we get stacking up. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is going to be better than the one that we already had? And with that all being said, this is the final video in this quote-unquote mini series of 6 videos about upcoming Cavalier and difficulty quest. And the quest comes out tomorrow, so obviously I will be streaming it on my channel, probably an hour or so after it has come out, or the earliest as I can. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed all of these videos, found them helpful, and if you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the good buttons, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. So yeah. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information